Welcome to the world of book reviews. I'm Judy Mario, and tonight we have a couple of very, very special guests, Winona and Jade. Thank you for coming and being here with us. You were with me last year, and it was so great, such a good interview, and now you have some new books. And tonight we're going to be talking about their new books, of which the first one is, And I Thought Divorce Was Bad.
Yes.
Tell me about this book.
Oh, this book was, I'm the divorced one, by the way. She's been married for how many years now?
7.
Yeah.
You're still married?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm the only divorced one here. So,
Ah.
and I had seniority because I had written 7 books before we started as a group. So therefore, And I Thought Divorce Was Bad is the title because I had seniority. Yay!
I see.
But it's about life and relationships from the viewpoints of women from the ages of 25 to 52. And we just write about life and what we learned and what we thought would be different and what is not different from what we thought. You know, some things go perfect and then you barely ever notice them. And then there's some things that you just go, wow, that was not where I thought it was going to go.
Like what?
Oh, like what, Jade? Like what?
Like life
I
in
think
general?
like everything.
Like everything, yes.
But
exactly.
in this book, one of the things is definitely marriage for Alexis Rose and for me. We thought, you know, you get the 6-foot-tall guy and you get the wonderful looks and then you have this wonderful marriage. You know, yes, you have to work at it, but then all of a sudden he comes home and he's like, yes, I met this chick that's like, I shouldn't say chick. Let me be respectful. I met this lady and she's the complete opposite of everything he said he wanted. And all of a sudden you're the one standing there going, what? I don't understand. This is not what's supposed to go. I gave you everything you wanted. And where is she coming from? So yeah, definitely an and I thought moment.
Yes, and I thought divorce was bad, but does that mean it turned out it wasn't so bad?
Well, Jade helped me with this title, I should say.
I did because I said, you thought that your husband was bad. You need to talk about everything that happened after you got divorced and everyone that you met after. And that's how it really got. And then with other life lessons, because not everyone in there is divorced, but we all learned life lessons. So we just tried to share it with others.
So it's and other life lessons.
yes.
Yeah. What kind of life lessons?
Well, Lynn Dubb, she was 25, and this would be the first time that she decided she was tired of the hooking up scene, I guess you would say. And she wanted to settle down and get married and do things, you know, the right way and wonderful. And so she thought that, you know, you could just go out and do it. And then she was like, wow, no, you really need to know yourself and be confident in yourself and kind of be like, I know me and I'm perfect with the world now. You know, I'm not perfect and I accept that. And no, I'm not going to be perfect to you, and you, but I am going to be perfect to me. And I love that poem. I love when she was just like, and just be you today.
So there's stories and there's poems
Yes.
in the book.
And one of my favorite life lessons, I didn't write this one, but reflections are progress. And Linda does this quote, just remember making progress is progress.
Ah,
So everyone thinks about their goal, but they don't see how far they've come.
exactly.
And so you used to be here, and you're not there, but you're right there in the middle, and you've come a long way. And congratulate yourself. Be like, congratulations, self. We've come a long way. We're making progress on our goals.
I've been a goal setter all my life, so I really appreciate when people write about goals and about making progress on your goals, because very oftentimes you might miss your goal, but you're still a long way from where you came, just like you said. You're so far ahead of where you might have been if you didn't have that goal.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that, and I think that a lot of people, we don't think about that. You know, we just think about, oh, we missed our goal. But look how far you've come. You're not the same person that you were.
No.
You are a completely different person.
Yes, and I believe like when, as someone else had said, you know, if you write a goal every day and work toward it, imagine what you will accomplish within that year.
Yes.
I think there's a book about that somewhere.
There are quite a few books about that out there. I'm a big believer in writing down the one thing that you did every day toward your goal.
Yes.
Because if you will just take a minute and write down what you did that day toward your goal, you'll constantly be focused on doing something so that you can write that one thing down every day. And if you do 365 things during a year, you're going to accomplish your goal, aren't you?
Definitely,
Yeah.
and probably a few other things.
Yes,
That you didn't even
right?
know.
Exactly. So this is a part of a series, the
Yes.
And I Thought series. How many books are there in the series?
There are 8.
8 books. And
Yes.
there, and I thought what?
So, and I thought divorce was bad with other life lessons, and I thought being grown up was easy, and I thought I could juggle it all. And I just like to add this point, you can't, but we thought so anyway.
I love that title, and I thought I could juggle it all.
Yeah, and we talk about, and it's women talking about life changes. So one person was married for 20 years, got divorced, had 2 sons, living in a house, and then all of a sudden half your income is gone, and now you're trying to figure out how you're gonna keep your children in their family home, and still. So she's like, yeah, I was juggling it, and so many women we juggle a lot of things, and men too. We all juggle a lot of things, and we think we can do it all, but we can't. We can't.
And what else?
And I thought I did my journey alone. And I thought I had it all figured out. A fiction episode 1.
Ooh, I like that.
Winona one day is going to finish it. She's
I
going to write
like
episode
that.
2.
And I thought I had it all figured out.
Yes, and that's when
Yeah.
life happens. That's what it says on the title.
And that's when life happens?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And then,
Hold on, wait.
But give
So,
me
and I thought, okay.
I'm going to have to take a break here, but think about the rest of those titles of your books while we're taking the break, and when we come back, we'll tell our audience what they are. We'll be right back.
Thank you for calling Denim Revival.
Hate to say goodbye to your favorite jeans? Well, now you don't have to, because Denim Revival is here for you. Mail us your jeans and our professionals will fix it right up. We offer you all kinds of alteration services, including invisible repairs, let-outs, taperings, and original hemming, or even have your own custom-made jeans. Quoted the best denim repair shop by GQ, Vogue Magazine, and LA Times. Denim Revival, your search for alteration and repair ends here.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Judy Mario, and this is the World of Book Reviews, and tonight we're talking to Winona and Jade about their new book, And I Thought Divorce Was Bad and Other Life Lessons. And we were just talking about the other books that you've written as well in this series. There are 8 books in the And I Thought series, right?
Yes. And so, we'll pick up when we left off, and I thought he was the one, and I thought the workbook, and then the 8th book is coming out. It's not out yet, but it will be out, and I thought I was beyond the darkness.
And I Thought I Was Beyond the
The
Darkness. Ooh, that's going to be a great book. I look forward to that one. I've really enjoyed some of your books that I've read. I haven't read all of them yet, but I've read several of them. They're very good. I haven't read this one yet because it's brand new. I usually read the book before you're on the show, but tonight I didn't have an opportunity to read this book before you got here. This book talks about hope as well, doesn't it?
it does. It does. It talks about finding hope after life tragedies or finding hope after breaking up. It's about a journey through 10 life lessons, and that kind of sets a template where we do life lessons or we'll break it up into steps of a recipe, but there's always a journey. And we try to keep it in 10 so that when you start off, you can start off on either the sad place or the beginning of that journey and then just follow through the hard times, the slippage, through getting back up and walking on when you, as she said, making your progress. And I think the best part about that book is that when you get to lesson 10, it's not like we're done.
Yes.
It's just that we have made the progress that we wanted to make in this book, and we're at that point in our life. And I love that. And I love the fact that it's not like me telling you, this is my life, and this is what I did, and then the next page is about how horrible it was. And, I love the fact that it's not just a tell-all.
Yeah, it's a very positive book.
Yeah, instead of it's about poems and short stories, it's something that someone can relate to. They can pick up and just read a little section and put back down, and it can influence or stick in their mind or impact their life at a later date or right then, whatever. But it's not just about me telling you how to live your life, because I don't know your life, but you know your life. And if that work of fiction works for your life, well, then it'll improve or move you to make changes.
What made you write the And I Thought series in the first place? How did that come about?
She's sarcastic.
I am sarcastic. I'm very sarcastic. And so I was like, we should just say, and I thought. Because how many times have you said that sentence? I thought this was going to be different. Or I thought this was going to be easy. Or I thought I was the only one. Right? You say that sentence so much, you never really think about it. And then one day, I said, that's what you should name your book. And I thought divorce was bad. That's what we are going to do. We're going to write the And I Thought series. Because everyone says that sentence. I don't care who you are, you said it.
We all do. We all say that.
Exactly.
Even if it is just you putting on jeans and saying, I thought it was going to look better in these. So.
I for sure thought I was going to look better, right? Yeah. So when you change your life, the book says, when you change your life, where do you find yourself? So is this book about helping people find themselves?
Well, I think it's more about telling people that sometimes life throws things at you and you have to change quickly. And so you're having those balls in the air and you're like, oh my goodness, and someone throws another one to change quickly, and to let someone know that you're not alone when you have to do that.
And then also when your life changes, then all of a sudden you have to look at life in a different viewpoint, and that's scary, or a different perspective. Because if you have a routine and then all of a sudden it changes, you don't know what's going to happen next, how it's going to affect other people in your family, how it's going to affect you. But just to be like, look, all right, so it's a little awkward right now, but it's going to be okay. So I kind of see this book as a way to be like, let me just grab your hand right now and be like, you're going to be okay. You're going to be one step at a time. We'll just take this one step. If it gets worse, one step at a time. If it gets better, one step at a time. That's all we're thinking about is the one step. We're not thinking about down the road. Just keep moving your feet. You'll get through this.
And you know, that's the important thing, is getting through it sometimes. Sometimes it is just putting that one foot in front of the other, that one step at a time, and getting through that difficult time in your life. I love books like this. I absolutely love books like this. Now let's talk about your other new book. This one I haven't seen at all. The Misfits Guide. The Misfit Guides, a sassy sway that leaves crooked footprints. Where on earth did you get that title? I love it.
It was really funny. Actually, my dad, he helped us finish. So we were going to write the Misfit Guides, Winona and I. And we were playing around with sassy sway. You know, we want to say, and my dad was like, no, a sassy sway. He's like, because you girls are very sassy.
Ah.
But you hold your head up high anyway, even when things go bad. And then that leaves crooked footprints, because we've all seen someone that we thought had it all together. People think, oh, Jade, you have it all together. Winona, you have it all together. And we said, if you know the crazy way we got here, if you looked at the journey that we took, it's all kinds of crooked. I think we were drunken and stumbled a couple of times over. Our friends picked us up. I mean, the footprints do not go on a straight line. They go zigzag in all kinds of ways. But we made it to our goal. And so that's what the book is about.
Now this is going to be a series?
It is going to be a series, yes.
The Misfit Guides?
Yes.
And then they'll have the subtitles, right?
Yes, yes.
Ah, how many do you expect to be in that series?
We're thinking three. And we always say 3, and then 8 books later, we'll be like, oh, we thought it was going to be 3.
With the Anti-Thought series, when we first did one of the interviews, one of our first overseas interviews, the lady was like, you should do this. It's going to be chicken noodle soup for them. It's going to be the new chicken noodle soup. And we're like, no, we're writing 3.
You're writing
And then when we called her and we were like, we accidentally wrote book 5. And she was like, I told you. I was like, no. And then we had to call her again. We wrote book 6. And then we just stopped. At that point, we were like, we're not going to call for any more.
We're not going to call her anymore. We're going to have to take a break. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll be back shortly. Hi, I'm Judy Mario, and this is the World of Book Reviews. Welcome back. I'm so fortunate today to have Winona and Jade here with us. we've been together before. In fact, I've been on their television show, and they've been on my show previously, and I have read many of their books, and they have even been out here to Las Vegas. They're from Maryland, and they came all this way just to be on the show. And even though this time I didn't have a chance to read the books before they got here, I trusted these two because I've read the other books and they were excellent, and I'm sure that these will be every bit as good. And I'm just fascinated with this Misfits guide. Now, why are you calling yourself Misfits?
Well, because we don't quite fit anywhere. But I'm okay with that. Winona, are you okay with that?
I'm getting okay with that. It's a new feeling.
Well, what I like about it is I think there's a lot of people like myself that think we're misfits. And so, I mean, I would look at this and say, oh, that speaks to me. I'm going to find out what I need to do or what I have been doing or how this works.
Exactly. We followed the same format, actually, of the And I Thought series because we loved it. Short stories, poems, prose. But the Misfit Guides was about things happen in life, and the way you handled it, if you tell someone else, they'll be like, I would have never done it like that. And you recognize there's a lot of people who would have never done it like that. But it worked for you. I mean, it honestly worked for you. So yeah, so you think outside the box a bit.
Yes.
And for me, it's also about this journey because we write literary books. And when we go to people or publishers or traditional people, we tell them we write literary books, and they go, oh, well, we can't do anything for you. But then, so we took this route where we went and we found our own path, and we're like, we're going to go out here and we're going to try to knock on doors and knock down walls and get through. And now we have all this stuff going on, and I go to literary people and I'm like, all right, so this is what we've done. We've accomplished stuff. And they go, well, now you're just too pop. You write genre books. And I'm like, no, take a moment, look at the book. And it's like, it's a literary book, so you don't fit. And for me, that was just like, all of a sudden, like, I have to write a book about not fitting. For her, it was just, our lives didn't fit.
Our lives never fit. Our experiences aren't everyone's experiences. So this book, we go through, and basically we're talking about this lady that looked, with her head held high, she looks fabulous, but her heel is broken. So that's our life lessons. We're talking about how this lady's heel is broken, but she's still going through life with her head held high, like, hey, yes, I'm walking on a one broken shoe, but I'm getting to where I'm going.
Yes, yes.
I might look lopsided. I may have my purse maybe swinging a little too far to the right, but I'm getting there, and I'm two friends by my side. I love that last poem. 2 friends by my side, and oh, the things you will see.
I love it.
On one broken heel and 2 awesome friends.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. It reminds me, it wasn't too terribly long ago, I was walking through the airport and a lady came up to me and she said, the toilet seat cover from the bathroom is on the back of your outfit. Oh, I was so embarrassed. I wanted to die. And luckily, the lady told me. I mean, I could have been walking through the whole airport that way, right? So those are the kind of things that you still got to keep your head up. Broken heel, toilet seat cover, whatever, you still got to keep your head up and
Don't
keep
be surprised
going.
if that's the theme for the
Oh,
next
you're
one.
gonna put that in there and say, I'm my misfit friend Judy and her toilet seat cover. How do you wear a toilet seat cover effectively?
With your head held high and a smile on your face.
I love it. I love it.
I like at the beginning of this one, we wrote a resume of,
Tell me about it.
Okay, so at the beginning of this one, we wrote a resume about why we should even be allowed to write a book about being a misfit guy. Because people who think outside the box are like, it's me. And yes, I understand. You might have done it that way, but I did it this way. But like, just the simple fact that like every hotel that we used to go to, we were friends. So every hotel we used to go to, our mothers would call and make sure we had reservations. And I thought it was odd. When I grew up, I finally figured out why. Because every hotel we went to, they lost our reservation. No matter if we had paid ahead, if we were going to pay at the time, they would always lose our reservation. So we'd have to come with confirmation numbers, checks, everything to prove that we had this reservation. And I just assumed that's how you travel. So when I talk to someone else, I'm like, this is how you travel. They're like, no, that's not how you travel. So we literally went through like, this is what happened in childhood. This is what happened in our teen years. Of course, those are all awkward. And then, you know, the adult special skills. You know, when you run out of gas and you recognize that you're like a half a mile away from your house. You can see your house, but you just ran out of gas beforehand because the gauge broke. So that sort of things. You're allowed to, you're like, okay, I can write about this. You can trust that I have some experience here.
And it was really funny because as she was writing this resume and she sent it to me, I started cracking up laughing. She's like, what's wrong? It was how she put our address. Winona, you have to share how you put our address. You have to share it.
Let's do that when we come back. We're going to have to take a break right now, and when we get back, we're going to all want to know how that you put that address in there. We're taking a short break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm Judy Mario. This is the World of Book Reviews, and tonight we have Winona and Jade with us. Great friends. We've been around a long time together doing various shows and writing books, and it's wonderful to have you back here tonight. And while we're doing this, go ahead and tell us about what you put in there for the address.
I believe the address says 911, the corner of what the and huh? Did you really mean that? Nah, constant state of denial, 4311 as the zip code. We just picked the zip code at random. If you live in 4311, we apologize.
I don't think there is a 4311. I think you've got to have a fifth number.
I think so.
There we go.
Yeah,
So it works.
So I don't think you've damaged anyone. But that's really cute. That's really cute. So you can see their sense of humor. These two are really characters. And everything they write is really fun. I've enjoyed everything I've read that you've written so far. Why don't you tell our audience about how they can be in touch with you and how they can get your books?
Absolutely. You guys can go to andwethought.com, not andwefought, andwethought.com, or our books are on amazon.com and barnesandnoble.com.
Great.
You can find anything else about us also on thewomenscave.com, which is our podcast, and all our other little shows that Judy has been on.
Thank you. Thank you both. It's been wonderful having you here tonight. I so enjoy your books, and I enjoy seeing you again. And you came all the way from Maryland just for this show, so really, really appreciate it. And be sure and go to my website, judymario.com, and check out how you can get a copy of our Choices magazine. Just register there for the newsletter, and you will automatically get our Choices magazine, which is a very positive magazine, so you can keep you very upbeat. And go to akexpertstv.com and watch any of the segments of any of our shows for Amy Kardashian's show, Stephanie Thompson's show, and my show, The World of Book Reviews. So thank you for being here with us tonight, and we'll see you next time.